When the sun peeked over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the sheets were rumpled, whispers faded, and reality crept back in. Elena stirred, the memory of the night before washing over her in waves. She sat up, the worn fabric of the couch digging into her bare legs. Beside her, Marisa slept soundly, her chest rising and falling with each gentle breath. Across from them, curled into a ball, was Chloe. She too seemed lost in the realm of dreams. Elena couldn't help but smile. Last night had been a whirlwind, a kaleidoscope of emotions that left her exhilarated and terrified all at once. The sight of Marisa sleeping peacefully brought a wave of affection so intense it took her breath away. But it was the presence of Chloe, the unexpected turn of events that left her in awe. It was a surreal experience, like a figment of her imagination given form. But here they were, three souls entangled in a web of desire and connection. As the morning light streamed in, Elena nudged Marisa awake. "Morning," she whispered, her voice hoarse from the night before. Marisa stirred, her eyes fluttering open. A sleepy smile touched her lips as she met Elena's gaze. "Morning," she echoed, her voice equally husky. There was a moment of silence as they looked at each other, the events of the previous night hanging between them. It was Elena who broke the quiet. "What happens now?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. The question echoed in the space between them, a question that neither of them had an answer for. Marisa shifted, sitting up and running a hand through her tousled hair. "I don't know," she admitted, her voice laced with uncertainty. "But I think we need to talk." Chloe stirred, stretching languidly before joining them on the couch. The three of them, close friends for years, had shared countless secrets, dreams, and fears under this very sky. Yet today was different. The weight of their unspoken desires, the tangle of emotions from the previous night pressed upon them, making this familiar place feel foreign. "How do we do this?" Elena asked, her fingers toying with a loose thread on the couch. The question hung in the air, a testament to the uncharted waters they were navigating. The silence that followed wasn't awkward. It was heavy with introspection, each girl lost in her thoughts, contemplating the revelation of the previous evening. Marisa broke the silence, her voice soft yet resolute. "We talk about it. We figure it out." Her words, simple yet strong, carried the weight of their long-standing friendship. They were a team, she thought, and teams relied on honesty, trust, and a deep understanding of one another. Now was not the time to falter. Later that day, over steaming cups of coffee in a small cafe, they talked. The air was thick with emotion as they delved into the complexities of their feelings. Elena, usually so reserved, found herself opening up in ways she never had before. The carefully constructed walls she had built around her heart crumbled, revealing the raw, vulnerable truth of her feelings. Marisa listened intently, her eyes filled with understanding and a hint of sadness. She had loved Elena for years, her feelings deepening with each passing moment. The revelation of Chloe's love for Elena had been a shock, but seeing Elena's reciprocation, her own feelings seemed to echo in Elena's words. Chloe, with her easy confidence, surprised them both with the depth of her emotions. She had never been one to hold back, and her love for Elena was a force to be reckoned with. As the afternoon wore on, the conversation shifted, veering into the realm of possibilities, dreams, and fears. The three friends explored the idea of a future together, acknowledging the challenges, the societal norms, and the whispers of disapproval that would undoubtedly follow them. But they also talked about the strength of their bond, the years of friendship that had laid the foundation for this new chapter. The cafe buzzed with activity around them, yet the three girls were in their own little bubble, oblivious to the world outside. Their laughter mingled with the clinking of cups, their voices weaving together in a symphony of love and honesty. When the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the table, they knew their conversation was reaching a pivotal point. Elena, her dark eyes shining with determination, spoke up. "We can't keep doing this," she said, her voice firm. "Hiding, pretending, it's not sustainable." Her words hung in the air, resonating with the truth of their shared experience. They had been living a life half told, and that was no longer enough. Marisa nodded, her gaze unwavering. "She's right," she said, her voice echoing Elena's sentiment. "We deserve happiness, all of us. And that includes being honest about how we feel." There was a moment of silence as they absorbed the weight of those words. Then a slow smile spread across Chloe's face. "So what are we gonna do?" she asked, her voice filled with excitement. That night, under the cloak of darkness, they decided to come out, to shed the layers of secrecy and live authentically. It was a gradual process, like unveiling a masterpiece one brushstroke at a time. First, they came out to their closest friends, the ones who knew their deepest secrets and supported them unconditionally. To their surprise, the response was overwhelmingly positive. Their friends, shocked but loving, rallied around them, offering their support and understanding. As weeks turned into months, Elena, Marisa, and Chloe became fixtures at local LGBTQ+ events. They marched in pride parades, their laughter echoing through the streets, their hands intertwined in a symbol of unity and love. They attended fundraisers, their voices ringing with conviction as they advocated for equality and acceptance. The fear that had once gripped them was replaced by a sense of purpose. One evening, as they stood hand in hand at a community event, Elena turned to Marisa and Chloe, her eyes shining with unshed tears. "I never thought this was possible," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. Marisa squeezed her hand, her eyes filled with understanding. "Me neither," she replied softly. "But we did it together." Over time, their love story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of love and acceptance. People marveled at their bond, the way they navigated their relationship with maturity, grace, and an unwavering commitment to each other. Years later, surrounded by their loved ones, Elena and Chloe exchanged vows, their love story reaching its most beautiful chapter yet. As Marisa watched them, a single tear rolling down her cheek, she knew she wouldn't trade this moment for the world. The pain of heartbreak had been replaced by the profound joy of seeing her best friends, her loves, united in a bond that transcended time and societal norms. That night, as the stars twinkled above, mirroring the love in their hearts, Elena turned to Chloe, her voice filled with gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered, "for showing me that love can conquer all." Chloe leaned in, her eyes shining with love. "We did it together, remember?" she said, her voice echoing the sentiment of their journey. And in that moment, as the celebration raged on around them, the three of them, Elena, Marisa, and Chloe, stood together. Not as lovers or yexies, but as friends, knowing that their bond was unbreakable, their love immeasurable, and their future limitless.